welcome back to Tools and Trails. Today we're headed out on a trail that I've been wanting to get onto for probably at least the last 5 years. It's been kind of a bucket list trail for me, and that is the Mojave Road. Now, most of you that don't know about the Mojave Road, it's a trail that runs basically from Needles, California, west all the way across the Mojave Desert, and ends over by Barstow, California. So it's about a 150-mile run, and we're planning on taking a 3-day tour of it. So we'll camp 2 nights along the trail, have a couple of spots picked out. So we'll probably make this a 3-episode video here, just because otherwise it's going to get too long, and we're going to see as much as we possibly can along the way. So anyway, yeah, so the Mojave Road, just a little history. It's been a major trading route for hundreds of years, really. The Mojave Indians used it for many, many years. And then once the white men came west, it became a pretty major trade route for them, going east and west. And then it was kind of the main mail route from San Bernardino to Prescott, Arizona for several years. And along that time, the Army posted different posts along the main water stops, so we'll see a lot of those along the way. So very historic trail. A few things left over, but yeah, just really cool. So we're really excited. Got the old Mojave Road guide here. I'll try to keep that right side up for those of you guys that know how I am. So anyway, really appreciate you joining along on this journey, and yeah, hope you enjoy the ride. So we're here at the start of the Mojave Road, day 1. Got the Colorado River right here. I think just right across the way here, right across the river there, was the original fort. Not much there anymore. Might be able to find some foundations and whatnot, but really not much there. So getting the air down here. Got a long run ahead of us. We are off to a late start. You would think 3 grown men would be able to get up and go in the morning. Not us. We're like 2 hours behind. Plus we lose an hour going west. So yeah, I don't know. It could be a long day. We may pull into camp after dark. I don't know. It's we're not off to a good start, but that's okay because it doesn't matter. We can turn off the clocks at this point. So we're headed this way, back up over those mountains behind us, drop back down over the freeway over there, highway, I should say, 95, and go from there. So we're just finishing getting air down back here behind me. So give us a pose, Jim. He's gonna walk the trail. We'll pick him up on the way. All right. Well, we're gonna get right with it here. So thanks for coming along. This first part of the trail was just some sandy washes and just kind of curving through the desert a little bit. So it's kind of nice to just open it up and let it ride for a few miles. They told us to follow the cairns, piles of rocks
as guides because there was no signs along the Mojave Road. But then we saw this. So
well, not nearly as exciting as the Four Corners, but that's California. We're pretty much right on the border. That's Nevada. Yeah, pretty much the same, right? Anyway, it's all we got. Saw this flag in the distance here, had to come check it out. Apparently, it's just the state line, California, Nevada. So we've been coming up from down this way. Trails back there, so we were staying way down there in the valley, so we're climbing pretty good through these sandy washes. So kind of soaks up the power a little bit. It's kind of cool. California state line.
as we rolled up over the ridge of the Dead Mountains, we were greeted with a great, beautiful view of the Paiute Valley, just the expanse of the Mojave Desert out in front of us. Couldn't help but just pause for a little bit and take it all in. As we made our way down the ridge line and down into the valley, kind of came upon some old dwellings and buildings of sorts. And some say that some of this was an experiment in jojoba farming. I don't know if that's true. I don't even know what a jojoba is, but one of them looks like it might have even been a bar at one time. But regardless of their endeavors, I don't think they were successful. Continued to make our way across the valley, and for the first part of the road anyway, it was pretty smooth and pretty fast. We moved along, but then as soon as we crossed the Highline Road, things got a little rocky, and I had to slow down just before we got into Fort Piute. As we rolled into Fort Piute, it was very evident that this was going to be one of the most historic stops along our trip. The little spring that feeds the creek that runs down below the fort, this was a very, very important water source for many, many generations, starting back to the days of the Mojave Indians, different farmers and agricultural experiments that happened in the valley. The Army had an outpost here for just under a year while they guarded the mail route and the stagecoach route that went through here. So it's pretty neat to see some of the ruins and just read about it a little bit as we just explored around during our lunch hour. After leaving Fort Piute, we had to backtrack for just a couple of miles and make our way around on the main road, and then turn west again and start scrambling up the east face of the Paiute Range. This had proved to be probably one of the more difficult sections of the trail, but definitely had its rewards as we looked back to the east and had some pretty good views of where we had been. So we finally finished our scramble up the east face of the Paiute Range. We'd be rewarded with a magnificent view looking out over the vast expanse of the Lanfair Valley. little side trip at mile marker 40.6. Went up to see what's called Indian Well or Indian Springs or Eagle Springs or something like that. Anyway, there's an old well here. Now there's a little bit of discussion about what the origin is of the well, but whether it's prehistoric or whether the ranchers dug it. But regardless, pretty cool place. Lots of Indian graffiti around to check out.
Well, we had first day on the Mojave Trail is in the books. So great run today. Covered almost 60 miles. So came up, ended up in Carruthers Canyon, camping out here. Little chilly, a little windy, a little chilly, but really nice campsite. So I'll show you around in the morning, but got dark here. So stopped in at the Paiute Fort, kind of a cool place. Very, very historic place there. Paiute Springs, very beautiful, pretty place. But stopped at the old Indian well and the penny can, so dropped the old penny in there. So that was pretty fun. Anyway, great day today. Looking forward to another good day tomorrow. So tonight now, just hanging out at the campfire, telling stories. So we'll catch you tomorrow. Thanks for watching.